Hi there, Internet people. It's Chris Kutzer here, founder of Cary Spotlight, a hyperlocal newsletter here in Cary. We are 24 days away from the anniversary edition of Cary Spotlight. And if you've been on this journey with me, we are counting down the weeks of this publication to find some gems, some lessons learned, some things that we can bring back in the new year for our newsletter. This series is really um, for the me 12 months ago. If I had known this information, I would have been a much easier and a much better place. So, yes, it doesn't really matter that we're only getting 2, 3 views. I'm not doing this for the views. I'm doing this to document some of my thoughts and my impressions at this time on the year that was, and so that I could do better. And if I choose to teach somebody how to do this, at least I can point to some ideas that I found useful or have discarded because they were no longer relevant or impactful. So there you go. That's why we're doing this. We're not trying to do this for the views, folks. We're trying this to capture lessons for people that want to follow our footsteps, or just for ourselves so that we don't forget, so that I don't forget the journey that we were on. So there you go. A little longer than normal, but this is what I'm talking about. So here we go again, following our 3-part formula. Same way as Shakespeare, I came, I saw, I conquered. Do 3-part subject line. So we have crime story, missing teen, sports story, and our police data. Always snuck in here something special this time. So we'll talk about that in a second. So still doing a little call out for landscapers and landscaping people from our subscribers, people that they can recommend. And we're doing our local news where there's a missing teen, so the community can help find the missing teen. We have our sports story with a video embed for the ice hockey team. We have a weekly update of the crime data from the Cary Police Department. And then this is our first interview with a reader of a Cary Spotlight. And he's been a subscriber for he has read over 100 issues of Cary Spotlight. He's in a special group called 100 Milestone Mavericks. It's a little bit playing on alliteration, but this Maverick then basically gets a chance to either spotlight an activity that he's doing, or we could spotlight a charity or something like this. So this was a unique story of Dick Reeves, who's doing Ironman at 75. So this is something incredible. So we wanted to share his story, and we got him on the recorded line, and we actually hit record, and we learned all about Dick Reeves. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, and we'll be continuing these conversations. So let's see. Got some weather, and then of course we got our local news sample, and we end with the answer to our trivia question. So in this one, this is a health and wellness edition. So in this one, we're going to focus more on topics related to, as I just said, health and wellness. So here we go. We're attacking deceptive labels of vegetables, different parts of the plants that are actually healthy, and then tick bites and the allergies and the effects that can cause. We have our resource for biking and hiking. We're also talking about trauma care and how to boost your well-being. It's like a free weekly fitness in the park, so we do that as well. So here we go. We have our little meme that we run. We have an article about that. We article about tick bites and meat allergies. Some people may not be aware that a tick bite could lead to a meat allergy. A reader poll again. which exercise that they prefer. And yeah, still doing a military angle with a U.S. Navy surgeon who's doing some trailblazing work in trauma care, and then also letting people know about free weekly fitness that the people can do in the park. This is definitely something that I would bring back. So, especially since we have new people, maybe once a quarter, once 6 months, just put that back in there so people are aware of that. And we still have our gold star from the garden club that they're doing, and we're bringing that forward. And we have the whole list here of events that people can look forward to in the week. And this now is Wednesday, Thursday. We're looking again at crime story, another crime. We have a local author. Yes, so we are still supporting local authors. We had a young author, and now we have somebody approach us and say, "Hey, would you highlight a local author?" And we said yes. So this is definitely something we want to do. So we are having a crime story there. As I say, crime story there. We also have a sister site where we have local businesses, like a directory. People can go and support local businesses. So we do have that. And then we have Linda's book that she wrote, and we were able to write a little summary about that and let people have the ability to go check out her book. And it was kind of fun to support a local author. And we also have our streaming events that are specifically for high school sports, so people can go ahead and support the local team, even though they can't be at the event. They can stream either basketball, baseball, whatever game they can find. And yep, that's basically the highlight of that one. And now we're dealing with stories about a solar storm and how it might be affecting GPS, our phones, stuff like communication. Alerting people about a scam. It's another kind of crime story. And then we're talking about a military relay for veterans that's coming up. So honoring fallen heroes. So here we go. So giving people a heads up what might happen with the GPS in the triangle area. And then having people targeted for inheritance scam. So letting people know about that. And haha. So this is interesting. Oh wow, this is the time machine. Oh, because this is our 200th edition, so this is very special. Definitely would want to do this on, I guess, the 400th edition. And looking back on all of this, we probably would do something similar for the anniversary edition to kind of like put that out there. It'll be kind of fun to look back at the first, the 50th, the 100th, the 150th, now the anniversary edition. So well done, 200 edition. We'll look back at that and bring that one back. And then after celebrations, we go back to work. So again, the storm and solar alert, in case people missed it, support for working moms. Again, I see we're trying to play around with the emojis, just trying to testing new things and explaining what this storm is and how it can interrupt our power, potentially power grid and cellular, and some must-read tips for working moms. So we put that out there. Again, we're just mixing things up. We're always testing the envelope. Here we're still trying to help local businesses boost business, but by sharing some tips on that. Again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we try new things. We also have the deal of the week. So always be testing, always be testing. So now we have opportunity for our specialty edition called Travel and Discovery Edition, and we're talking about living overseas, RDU, which is our local airport. We actually have an interesting adventure story, and then also focusing on our series of cuisine in Cary. So helping people discover restaurants and stuff like that. So here's the remote professionals, opportunity for people to go work overseas, and then graduation's coming, so people should know about this security. And this is a story from Linda. She's the one that we did this spotlight on her book. She had an interesting adventure going to Kilimanjaro, and she was able to give us some insights on travel plans and the outfit that she used or the company she used to plan her trip, so that people can get that off their bucket list adventure. So that's pretty cool. And then we did Cary Eats. So this is our kind of our first one. And then we have this reader poll. So why do you enjoy eating out? So that's kind of fun. And yeah, maybe I should bring that. Well, we'll bring it back next weekend. And then we have our tasty recipe. This looks yummy. Caprese stuffed portobello mushroom. So again, another recipe that's worth bringing back. Oldie but a goodie. So put that number down. And let's end the week with the real estate edition. So again, this is our third specialty edition, and this kind of anchors our editorial week. We end our week or start our week with the real estate issue and let people know properties that are sold in Cary. So we've done that. We came up with the idea of having a real estate advisor group, so that when people ask questions, we can go to these realtors and get their input on the reader's questions, so we can have that answered. So that's pretty interesting. And we put these placeholders for people, kind of envisioning people to join that. And let's see, we did that. We did a shout out for our local charities. We always do that. And then we also did another realtor spotlight, so people can connect with her and you see her background story. And if they resonate with that kind of realtor, they can reach out. So that's kind of the whole point of that. So there you go. Ideas for the future. And so now we have some ideas for our anniversary edition coming up. Stay tuned.